Got a problem you need an answer to? Just email Dr. Bannister, 'cause he's the social janitor. He really cares. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Dr. Bannister email now, where you can email me with anything that's bothering you at all, anything at all at home, any social issues, politics, the whole gamut of society. Anything from sex to marriage. Okay, but before we do that, we've got a sponsor here, a new cleaning product. I've got to read you the copy. Okay, I'm going to read this copy right now. It's reliable, it's refreshing, it's rewarding, it's revitalizing, it's really good, and it's really cheap. A lot of things coming along. Yes, folks, it's new Oswald. Cleans anything. But be warned, avoid contact with the skin, no matter what the name suggests, okay? Now, I gotta just apologize for my voice today. It's a little bit squeaky. We bought a new bidet, and I think the pressure's a little high. Actually sound like I did when I was 13, so I don't know if it's a bidet or a fountain of youth. Okay, waiting on the emails now. Okay, here's one from Mrs. Hine. Dear Dr. Bannister, really enjoying your show. Oh, thank you. That's quick. How do the Oslins do this? Dear Dr. Bannister, we are about to have our third child. We have 2 girls. And instead of all the guessing and wondering, we decided to find out what this child's going to be. And it's definitely going to be a boy. And we know this because I got my mother-in-law to tell me, and she said it's a boy. And I know that's going to be right, because she can see right through me. The problem is, Dr. Bannister, the question of circumcision. To cut it, or can you cut it, or can't you cut it? I'm hearing a lot of pros and cons from old radios and TV shows, and it's good and it's bad for this and that. How say you, Dr. Bannister? Well, Mrs. Mahane, I can answer you this one with 100% surety. Do not get your son circumcised, because I was circumcised at birth, and I couldn't walk for 12 months. Okay? Alright. Oh, here's Steve the plumber. How'd you go, Steve? So the pressure's okay now? You sure? Your voice, did you use it? Your voice sounds a little... Oh, you got a cold. Okay. So it's good now? Okay. See you, mate. I'm doing something here, so there's a mirror on the back of the front door. You can see yourself out. See ya. Steve, our plumber, if you ever need a good plumber, let you know who he is. His estimates, he sticks to his estimates. He works quick, and he tidies up after himself. But he won't take any shit from you. Okay. Now we have another email. Dear Dr. Bannister, we're about to get married, and my husband wants to have a big ceremony in his church. And I just want to have a quiet little ceremony in the backyard where we can use them. And a little party there, no ceremony and big reception, so we can use them when we get the house started and get ready for the kids and all that. How say you? Well, that's interesting because, there's no real answer. I mean, I remember me and my first wife and my first wife, that is, she actually left me for nobody. My first wife and I, she said to me that she wanted to get married in she wanted a reception in a hot air balloon, which really surprised me. I wanted it in the church. So, it was really important to her, and I said, okay, honey, on my condition that your mother, soon to become mother-in-law if we land, as long as only she comes up with us, because, as you know, you can never have too much hot air in a hot air balloon. Anyway, as it turned out, while we were up there, we noticed that the church that I wanted to be in actually was on fire. And we booked the same day. So the ceremony in the balloon turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Okay. Dear Dr. Bannister, love your show. Thanks for that. My daughter has just been diagnosed with anorexia nervosa. And I don't buy it. I think she is just seeking attention because she's not that good looking. There's a photo. What do you think? Okay. Well, you know what? I think that's a rhetorical email. My first one. You've answered your own. Yep. What I would say, though, just in the off chance that it's nothing to do with her looks, you can have this psychological problem where a young lady will look in the mirror, and no matter what shape she's in, she will see a fat person. And that can be an optical delusion. Get it? Delusion. If I look in the mirror, I see a fat person. That's not an optical delusion. That's not the delude ourselves. With me, it's 20/20 with the aid of these. Okay, so my advice to you is to go upstairs, knock on that young lady's door and say, honey, come on out, it's time for you to step up to the plate. And that's what I put on it. Okay, there's a little note I got from a good old friend of mine, Dr. Nelson Mandela. And he is wishing me luck on the show. And he's told me to realize how lucky we are to be able to express our views in public without any fear of the government coming to take you away, as you know what's happened to him. And here's a photo that he sent me just before he was let out. And there he is in captivity, and they sent me this little note, and I quote, when I was a young man, I had a view. I told my view to the people, but the government found out about the view, and in return, they gave me this view for 27 years. A room with a view is nice, but enough already. Right? Now I just make graffiti in Tahiti. Good luck, Dr. Bannister. Oh, well, that's just lovely. Thank you, Dr. Mandela. And I will take your advice. Don't you worry about that. We're going to do another commercial now. And it's another new product. Okay, here we go, the copy. Down in the dumps, Bowel Shakes will pick up your numbers. Bowel Shakes puts bums on seats. Read dosage carefully. Bowel Shakes makes it happen. Oh, I get it. So it's not an antidepressant, it's a laxative. Okay. Mind you, if I was backed up, I'd be pretty depressed. And if this thing got rid of that problem, it would be like an antidepressant as well. So, you know, put it in your cabinet with two problems. Woody Allen. Woody Allen. Dear Dr. Bannister, if a tree falls in the forest and there's nobody there to hear it, it doesn't make a sound. Well, scientifically, yes it does. But when you think of human nature, it's interesting because if you change that tree to a human being, let's say somebody important, let's say a princess, Lady Diana. Oh, no, she's, poor soul, she's not with us anymore. She was in the wrong palace at the wrong time. Lady Diana is dead. Now, who do we see about that? If the princess fights in the forest and there's nobody there to hear it or laugh, does it still smell? Princess, ask yourself that. She's a loser. Speaking of forest, I've just returned from a weekly, monthly walk in the forest where we go out there and we just think about life in general and talk about the greater power of life, you know, and what it's all about. And while we were out there, you know, just forgetting about where we were going, we realized that we were lost. And my friend, you know, got a little anxious, and I said, don't worry, we've just been talking about this, how we believed in the superpower, and if there's a superpower, there'll be a sign. We'll get a sign, and it'll get us out of here. Don't worry about it. And sure enough, there was a sign. Oh, I'll never forget it. It was majestic, the goosebumps. There was a sign that said, McDonald's, 1 kilometer north. And we got out of there. And that was the best chicken nuggets I ever had. So there you go. The superpower is always there. Not global warming. It's global greed. That'll get you.